church with the gospel. I was over in the corner shouting. And then we switched it up and just got with the jam. Oh, I'm telling you, we were flowing with northeast flow. Oh, God. I used a new word that my niece told me last night. She said school was delicious. They were delicious. And they had some good flavor. The singers were phenomenal. The musicians were, just awesome. Just gave me chills. And you know what? We didn't get up here and dance, but you know what? The derrieres were dancing in the chairs. Oh yeah, I saw them, the feet were tapping and everything, the head was bobbing and moving and stuff. It was a beautiful, beautiful night to kick off our second week of Sankofa Festival. Now, tonight, you are in for a wonderful treat. You are in for a wonderful one-act play, Garvey High, 95. Whew. The cast, Miss Dee Dee Gauze and Sheila Rankin. Written by David C. Taylor and directed by David A. Shakes. Now I'm going to bring Mr. Taylor up here because I want him to share this wonderful thing that he has written. Okay. All right, darling.
My name is David Taylor. I wrote this play back in 1992 called Garvey High, 75. But I changed it to 95 to bring it a little more up to date. I wrote it as part of a book that I'm putting together that I'm going to self-publish called Dream Thing. It's kind of a series of Twilight Zone type stories. That's what I like to write. We don't really see a lot of black characters in these type of stories, and I thought this would be a little bit different. I got together with David Shakes a couple of years ago, and we got together and I wanted him to direct it. And he put together these two actors, Dee Dee and Sheila, who are doing a wonderful job. I ended up putting together, I wrote the story for a movie called Drop Squad in 1995. Spike Lee executive produced it. And my stories seem to have a little twist in them that I like. And I think you'll see that tonight. Enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Yes, I see. Oh, I got the flowers and the candy too. And that so-called diamond bracelet you bought me, was just wonderful. No, I didn't forget the plane tickets either. Remember, I did have to ask for them, right? And I thought you loved me. Did you hear that? Was that mine or yours? Be a dear and hang on, will you? Great. Yes, Peter? Will you tell that son of a bitch that his shit company and his profits are mine, and his ass is mine too? I'd rather dance with them than dance with them with bullshit. Now you tell him that, or I'll get someone who can. Baby. Oh, yes. I'm so sorry about that. There it goes again. I know. I'm such a social life. Yes. My favorite position is 69. Well, you know that. Time. Is that you? How you doing? That's good. And how's Big Al doing? You're not keeping him up nights, are you? Now I love you too. And baby, I love when you cry. but the GPS and DVD player don't work, and I want another one. No, not a new GPS or DVD player. I want the new red one. Next year's mine. Work on that, will you? I know you love me, but I can't drive love. Can I help you?
I'm Yassine Noor, from Black Starlight Filmworks, and we're out here raising funds from concerned art patrons. And the stuff we got going on is the first half of the year.
You know what? I know you have big plans, but I get seasick on cruises, and I don't stand in line at the movies, so I don't think I can help you.
No. You misunderstand what I'm saying. You see, Black Starlight is a consortium of black artists, filmmakers, and technicians who have abolished what they're doing, and now they're...
I get it. But one, I got a call on hold, and two, I'm really busy. And three, I'm just not interested.
I understand. And I'm sorry about it. But did I mention that your boss, James O'Brien, wants you to handle this? And he graduated from the owner of Black Starlight and fell in jail.
Well, come on in then. Anton, darling. Something came up. Yes. What? Oh, stop that. You are such a pervert. Listen, remember to check on that other card thing I told you about. Okay, I'll talk to you. Bye. So, how is old Jimbo doing?
Jimbo? Oh, you mean James O'Brien. He's okay. But he did say that you were a dedicated woman and you would have no problems in supporting what we're doing.
You know, I haven't spoken to Jimmy in a long time. Now, did he say he was still married?
I don't know. But I do know that the film presentation outlining ways for African Americans does alleviate the social and political problems in South Africa and other tropical areas in the world.
You know, I did see all those Tyler Perry movies. Oh, now there's another one who does the grandma. Now he's a butt nut.
Another project that we're in pre-presentation with is a film primer for corporations that are truly interested in assisting us in changing the world.
Now, hold on, now, wait a minute. Now, I was responsible for writing many of them so-called books. And we all making money. In fact, they are all major firms, and several of them have holdings in South Africa. Now, what do I tell my people? Don't buy the firms because they have interest in them? Hell, half the time you use that point to nail their asses to the wall and finish the deal. Now, this is not politics. It's business, baby.
Well, actually, you're right. It is about the almighty dollar. But there are important things about what I do. See, show business has two meanings. One, show, or the creative factor. And two, there's business. And you need both of them to work together in order for them to work. You see, families forget about this. But life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Well, there was a case study over 5 years, and it showed that white-owned businesses in South Africa earn roughly 50 times more in profits than black-owned businesses. And reason being that black-owned business profits are all but non-existent.
Well, what's wrong? That's just my old high school yearbook.
You graduated in 95?
Yes, I'm Marcus Garvey with high honors. And
So did I.
You got high honors too?
No, I graduated from Garvey in 1995. Oh.
Now, what's your name again?
Yassine.
No. What's your real name?
Janet.
Moore. I don't remember Moore at all. Now, did you have any brothers and sisters? Were you the more that was in my homeroom? I think the teacher's name is Eason. Miss Eason. Now I remember she had a thing for me too. What about the prom committee? Were you on the page? Did you like what the page?
I wasn't really interested in my stuff. No, I kept to myself pretty much. And that stuff really interested me.
Well, you know, it don't matter. It's just good to see somebody with home base. Tell me, how you doing?
Okay, take it one day at a time. Life is a series of problems, and how you deal with them dictates the quality of your life. So how about you?
I'm doing great. Hey, I'm just trying to enjoy myself at any cost. My. Blast from the past, girl. Now, this calls for good stuff. Yes. 1949 phone setter. This will knock you out.
I've never had any, but I'll try anything once.
So, tell me, who did you do time with?
Oh, I didn't have very many friends, so I didn't do time with anyone.
Man, I can't think of the last time that I thought of these days. Cheerleading and sorority sisters and hanging out. Woo-hoo. Some of them parties got out of control. Those were the days. Tell me, girl, do you remember what's the teacher name? Mr. Jameson. It's the teacher.
Yeah, tall guy, nice build. I had a crush on him.
Nice build. Baby, Daddy was a steady in hand. I remember after the 3 times in a row, he kept me after school every day for a week. Needless to say, I tried to blow as many tests as possible. You know what I'm saying? So how about you? Now, do you look back on Garvey with fond memories?
Well, some memories are really hard to get over. They stay with you forever, unfortunately. But how about you? Have you run into anyone since, from Garvey since grad day?
No, not really. I did run into Jane Seaver, something like that.
Judy Seaver. I remember her.
Girl, let me tell you. My girl was fat, barefoot, and pregnant. A love pepper baby. Woo. Now, honey, those were the days. So, tell me. Now, what have you been doing?
Congratulations, Dave. I got the hell out of that. I had to. I felt like the people in the school were trying to strangle me or something. Anyhow, I left like a shot. Enjoyed it peacefully. When I landed in North Africa, I felt reborn. Like everything I had done in the past was just history.
Hey, what's up, girl? What you want? Ooh, you'll never guess who's over. No, not them either. Ooh, I ain't seen them in ages. more from Garvey. But child, I didn't either. But she went to Garvey. Yeah, Janet. Yasin, do you remember Susan James? Now, she was a couple of years ahead of us. Now, you might remember her sister, Pam James. Now, she was the co-captain of the cheerleading squad back in the days when.
Yeah, I remember her, but my God, her age is
Well, a lot of people don't think about it. Because she died in that accident. But Susan, now I got the money. Okay? Now I'm going to see you on the 8th. Out on the island. Okay. All right. Take care. Bye. So, where were you? Oh, that's right. Africa, our so-called native land. You know, I went to Africa once on business. You know, honey, it was hot, it was nasty, it was smelly, honey, shit. Give me the Hamptons 24/7, 365. You need to lighten up. Come on with your story.
Africa was fantastic. I guess you could say it saved my life. For the first time, I felt relaxed. Like I didn't have to prove myself to anyone or anything.
Well, you know, I took a different course. Being that I was all everything in high school, honey, I went on to a white college. That's right, because I was smart and I knew how to party. And honey, let me tell you, I went there for 4 years of undergrad, 2 years of grad school. Honey, that shit about a child should lead them is just that. It's bullshit. A woman should do the leading. The thinking and the fucking. Woo, child. Now, speaking of a good thing, who was working you back in the days?
No one. No one at all. See, I was kind of shy back in those days. You know, I like some guys, but right, sister.
Well, do you remember David Sampson, the soccer player? Now, honey, he was not honky, so David and I was joined at the, you know what?
Didn't he have a brother?
Yes, he had a little brother. Now, he was on a soccer team, or was it football?
No, it was soccer. For 2 years, he was kicked him. What's going on, isn't it?
I don't know. I was too hot for this brother. I'm sure he was captain of the soccer team. And honey, do you remember Robbie? No, what was Robbie? He was on the, he was a forward of the basketball team. Honey, I was busy. I guess the question was, who wasn't I doing?
I was saying that David and I were.
Yes, that's right, David. Now, you know, he just came out of nowhere. It's like everybody even knew he existed. He was young, but he was fine. And he started hanging out with my crew. Those were days. He had a ball. Speaking of my crew, everybody in my crew was either a jock or a cheerleader. We were so hot. We ran that fucking school. We did whatever we wanted to and got away with it. We tried to get a hold of everything back then. But you know, it wasn't an everyday party. You had to stay sharp to stay on top. There's always somebody around who thought they were better or knew more than you did.
Chuck. They're all the same. Just prancing and faceless and meaningless nothing. They would never let me in. Every club I tried to join, they said it was my grades. But they acted like it was my looks or they didn't like my clothes or anything. I was just really alone. And all I wanted was my mom. It was like I never existed. God, I hated it. I hated it. But I showed them. I showed them all.
You all right?
I'm okay, thanks.
I got something that's gonna bring back some good memories. Do you think I've changed over the past 33 years?
No, not really.
Now, where is your picture? I can't seem to find it.
Try under Janet Moore.
Well, I still don't see it, honey.
Oh, yeah. I was busy that day.
Oh. I see.
Nelson. I remember her. She was all right in my book.
Mine too. Now I had some nice friends. Now there's Chris Moses. Now he was cool. Now I wonder what he up to. Now I remember him. Now he stayed clean all the time. That tie and jacket stayed on him, even if it was 100 degrees.
I remember that little briefcase he used to carry. What do you think he had in that briefcase?
I don't know. A spare suit. Oh, man. Now what? And he's super. You know, it's strange. They all said it dying one year. Nobody knew why. Must have been horrible accidents. You know, so I decided to put stars next to the names so that I would never forget them. Some of them died hard. Now she was the second one.
James.
Now he was the third one. It was you. Susan Shines. the teacher couldn't get her off the parallel bars. She was sort of wrapped around by her neck. It was sort of her fault. See, the first thing we learned was to check out our equipment. Never start a workout without doing a signature. I heard her shin was the only thing holding her head on. She thought she was so hot. She thought she was the best thing. But if she was, how come she didn't know the bar was loose? Live long. The Stallion son. He was smart and stuff. And you might remember that he was up for class valedictorian the same year I was. He was always in the lab, mixing chemicals up, writing formulas, and talking with the teacher. Think you know enough to read the labels. Any fool knows that if you mix potassium and acid 619 together, it results in an explosion. It sticks to you. Burns. You should have known that. I know that. The button up used to think he was smarter than me. They were scraping Garvey off the wall for weeks. Missy Jones. Now, she was my best friend. I told that girl everything. Now, I didn't have a whole lot of real friends, and I really couldn't afford to. But I remember I told her about Jimmy. I told her that I thought I was in love with him. So we all started hanging out, and after a while, they started hanging out without me. They didn't think I knew. But I knew all right. On my way home, I caved in her skull with a hammer.
That is something we all have in common.
Now, I don't know why I'm telling you this, see, because I'm the best. I did what I had to do. And I'll do it again in a fucking heartbeat.
You know, it must have been a real drag trying to think of new ways to eliminate the competition. Loosen parallel bars, explosions. I'm impressed. But I never predicted that was true. See, all I did was get rid of the ones that caused me the most problems. They never knew what they were when I did.
Oh, so you're impressed.
Oh, you're so creative. But what did I expect from a pom-pom girl? But this head-smashing business is pretty unimaginative. You see, I found that voice did the trick, and there's no evidence. But you know, I guess it was really messing with you, huh? Now, you asked me if you thought you had changed. I know what I said. But yeah, you have. You're a little older, a little smarter, but that stupid attitude you had in high school has taken you over completely. And that's too bad. Because you know you had a chance.
A chance? Listen, homegirl. High school taught me how to get rid of the competition in my life. Now, that's what school is all about, right?
I suppose it is. But what it isn't is people like you running around messing with the less emotional. You and your little herd of whores did more damage than you will ever know. There were plenty of us out there who wanted to be in the main clique, but we didn't match up to your quality.
Well, those who can't, don't. There you are, just wasting space.
The ones beneath you die, and the ones above you die also, without regret or emotion. Good plan.
You got some.
No, not some nerve, but a whole lot of time invested. I spent my whole life trying to get rid of the shit that you and your herbivores put me through. That was a long, full-time job. And it was hard work. And very, very painful. Sometimes it got so I couldn't stand it. The pressure was unbelievable. And I did what I had to do. Payback is a bitch.
Oh, listen, you ain't gonna come
No, you shut up! I spent the day trying to adjust to what I thought you people wanted. It dawned on me. I don't have to adjust myself. I'll adjust you. And it worked. And I liked it. Each time I tried it, I got stronger and better. Better than them. Better than you.
You are one sick bitch.
I used to be, but not anymore. Girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Really? You know, I used to think I was the only one out there like me. Crazy.
Wrong, girl. I ain't nothing like you. I'm the best that there is. The best. And don't you forget that.
You may think you're the best. I will always be better than you. In everything.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Next is David Chase to come out and read a story that I wrote called By Any Means. It's also in my book called Dream Thing. After the story, we're going to do a little talk back or a little break. Then the musicians are going to set up, and then we're going to do a little music and poetry. Thank you.
By Any Means, a film treatment. As the Dragon Squad walks up the stairs, they're careful not to make any noise. The journey up the narrow stairwell seems to take an eternity. Everyone flinches when the soft, lyrical sounds of reggae cuts through the air like a knife. The point man of the elite British police tactical unit halts his group at the top of the stairs. As he peeks over the top step, he sees a bluish smoke billow out from underneath the closed door. The sweet, smelling smoke engulfs him and his men like a cheap soup. He quickly covers his nose and turns to see several of his men take a deep in mouthfuls of the intoxicating mist. After the smoke clears, the lieutenant waves his hand, sending 4 of his men to take positions around the door. All at once the men rush the door, which crashes under their weight. Several moments pass as the squad momentarily is stunned as the smoke clears, revealing the scene before them. Inside the room, a group of black men are playing to 4 or 5 families that are crowded into the cramped flat. Without missing a beat, the squad pulls and pushes the families apart, trying to get at the musicians. For some odd reason, the police use excessive force to subdue the band. As they leave, the commander looks back and surveys the work he and his men have done. The room looks as if a tornado has been through it. Several people are screaming out in pain, the loudest of which is a small child, crying out for its now dead parents. Outside, the renegades are brought before the waiting press. The flashlights and bright lights all but blind the newly captured prisoners. Off to one side of the pandemonium, the official government reporter says that after 5 years of being on the run and playing their music, the most wanted band in the world, Steel Pulse, has been subdued. The long and intense battle resulted in the death of 15 people, 5 of which were children. The musicians committed all of these fatalities. All this was captured on tape and will be sold as a DVD compilation Christmas limited edition. The commander of the Dragon Squad comes forward and explains what transpired within the rundown tent. He goes on to say that unfortunately his men were unable to stop the carnage, which resulted in the death of the so-called hostages. He lowers his head as if on cue and sheds a tear for the captain. On this note, the reporter throws it back to the studio. The anchor man in the studio goes on to say that the band known as Steel Pulse is being tried for crimes against humanity. He follows this up by giving a historical look back at why certain music was banned in the early 1990s. It seems that in the mid-1980s, the American government held congressional meetings on the effects of rock and rap musicians on the country's children. This charge was led by Tipper Gore, which is why the law is called the Gore Act. At first, the American government stopped the production of heavy metal. Soon after this edict was passed into law, teams of dragon squads or musician hunters emerged around the country. To this day, many say that these people performed and trained in secret camps financed by Jerry Falwell. Those who were caught were taken to special prisons where it was rumored that bizarre and inhuman experiments took place to eradicate their minds of this devil music. As with most bands, not unlike the Salem witch trials and the Better Dead Than Red experience of the 1950s, fingers and figures of any type of music that preached free thought and independence from the American way, well, it wasn't long until this movement spread to Canada and finally to England. After punk rock was wiped out and its musicians imprisoned, the parliamentary structure decided reggae was probably the most dangerous of all sounds. Many of its songs called for its listeners to rise up and revolt against society's ills. One song actually called for the destruction of Babylon, or as they understood it, the civilized world. Up until this time, Steel Pulse had been the last reggae band still at large. To further infuriate the powers that be, they continued to play in the underground circuit. Well, all that was over now. The anchorman reaches out, grabs his ear, and quickly nods his head. He tells the audience that a verdict is about to be rendered on the Steel Pulse case. He then throws it to the woman reporter, whom, through it all, he saw earlier. The woman reporter explains to the audience that the professional jurors' deliberation lasted longer than any case in recent history. The total time was 10.57 seconds. They never even left the box. It was over so quick. The pounding of the judge's gavel silences the reporter. As the courtroom quiets down and the judge looks at each of the defendants, each points a finger at the pulse and tells them that they have been guilty by the court-appointed professional jury for inciting free thought and independence among the peoples of this world. He quotes directly from the words of Vice President Tipper Gore. From this point forward, no offensive or derogatory information, especially in musical form, shall be imposed on the peoples of the world. They will spend the rest of their natural lives in hell's paradise, a forbidding prison in the Falklands Islands. It was all to say that in the good old days, their crimes, one that would warrant death penalty. However, hell's paradise could be considered one step beyond death, or a living hell on earth. On this note, he smiles and tells them the pulse to have a good life. The journey to hell's paradise is long, a long, long one, and arduous one. As they ride in the prison barge, their minds drift back to the days when their ancestors made a similar journey. The chains they bore seem to make and take on a spiritual and musical quality to them. This interlude is broken when they arrive in hell. They're escorted out of the ship and taken to the prison to be strip searched. After undergoing the degrading medical examinations, they are taken to their cells. As their cell doors slam shut, each man can slowly feel their freedom slip away. After several days of being caged up, the warden strolls in and tells the new inmates that this is his policy to talk to each prisoner. For one thing, it adds to the family atmosphere he likes to promote among his inmates. And more importantly, he at one time was a misguided musician himself, so he understands their frame of mind. It is rumored that he is one of the few people to survive those early inhuman experiments in the late 1980s with no side effects, or so they say. Over the next several days, the warden takes each man into his office for an intensive interrogation. Instead of getting the names and places of other musical cells, the warden has to give each man's philosophy on their music. Out of frustration, the warden puts each of the pulse members in the hold or solitary confinement. They stay in that hold for what amounts to 60 days. On the 60th day, the warden went down to watch the pulse crawl out of their cells, whimpering and crying like the musical scum they are. Instead, when the doors open, all 7 of the members stand tall, walk out, and give a strange gesture to each other. The gesture is their way of telling themselves that they're all okay. Seeing this infuriates the warden so much that the knot on the back of his neck starts to cry. He storms off in a fiery rage. Over the next several weeks, the tension in the prison increases as fight after fight breaks out. At first, the warden thought nothing of it. But when 75 inmates started rioting in the courtyard, he knew something had to be done. The members of Steel Pulse are summoned to the warden's office. He tells them that the prison is not unlike a plantation or a slave ship in the good old days. When the natives got restless, the slave master threw them a party. The slaves danced and sang until the frustration they felt disappeared. It was like releasing a valve. Or as the saying goes, music has charms that soothe the savage beast. The warden proposes that they put on a concert. However, the music that they play must not excite the men. It must soothe them. They look at him with blank stares. He hands out a list of top 10 songs on the charts. The list includes 4 Polish polkas, 2 Lawrence Welk songs, the Mussy version of I Write the Songs, and Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead from The Wizard of Oz. The warden goes on to warn them not to try any funny stuff. On the night of the concert, the whole prison turns out. Many inmates bring dates, some of them were not too bad to look at. The guards line the walls and ready to shoot at anything out of the ordinary. The band walks up on the stage wearing chains on their hands and feet. Off to one side, the warden is watching in his glory. The hush falls over the crowd. Each band member takes their place on the stage. The lead singer looks at the sheet music and tears it up. The warden signals for a part to shoot to kill. The guard fires a shot that lands at the feet of the singer. He slowly raises his chained arm, signaling the group to start playing. The pure force of the bass line knocks the guard off the wall. The chains they wear simply drop off like paperweights. With this accomplished, they start to play like they never had before. After a while, even the warden starts to sway to the pulsating sounds of the music. A change seems to fall over the entire prison. People who are once mortal enemies are now enjoying the music side by side, even though the war for music is far from over. The struggle continues. The struggle continues by any means necessary.